Hello everyone and welcome to a review of a new show. In today's video I'm gonna review the season 1 of the TV series Alchemy of Souls and see whether it deserves its hype or not. Alchemy of Souls is a K-drama starring Lee Jae Wook, Jung Min and Hwang Hyun and is written by Hwang sisters who are also the writers of Hotel de Luna TV series. The genres of the show are action, drama, romance, and fantasy. If you are someone who have watched the show and knows its plot, I advise you to skip to the second part of the review in which I talk about my opinion about the show. The show is a magical show and it talks about Jae Wook, who is the son of a respected family, and his father Jung is one of the strongest magicians in the nation. Earlier in the show, we know that Jung was performing forbidden sorceries and he switched his body with the body of the king in what is known in the show as soul shifting, based on the king's request for 7 days. And during this period, the king in Jung's body caused the mother of Jae Wook, aka the wife of Jung, to get pregnant with the king's son. And the reason the king did that is due to a prophecy. Fearing for his son to get killed, who is actually the son of the king due to soul shifting, Jung, after returning to his body, closed the gate of energy of Jae Wook and has forbidden anyone from opening it, so Jae Wook can't use magic ever again. After that, Jung ran away and left the capital, leaving Jae Wook behind. During his teenage, Jae Wook has trained under many masters only to leave them because all of them refused to open his gate of energy. On the other side of the story, we have Naksu, a strong assassin who has witnessed her father getting killed by the major families when she was a child, so her main goal was to take revenge of her father's death. In one of the battles, Naksu gets severely injured and had to switch her body with another woman's body. After that, she finds out that she has lost her abilities and power in the new body, so she has to figure out a way to restore her powers. Because she has lost her powers and has no money, she finds herself working as a maid for Jae Wook, who figures out she is the famous assassin Naksu, but decides to make her his master in order to help him open his gate of energy and teach him how to become a stronger magician. The show focuses on the journey of Jae Wook and Naksu to reach their goals and how their past would affect their relation, their present, and their relations with other people. The show has a beautiful set of soundtracks like most of K-dramas with a wonderful acting skills, and the show is generally very well directed. One downside about the show is that it becomes slow towards its end with many long dialogues that do not contribute a lot to the story, but it still keeps you entertained towards the very end. If you are someone considering watching the show, so I highly recommend watching it because it will keep you entertained with all of its beautiful elements, story, romance, and action scenes. In the second part of the review, I'm gonna discuss my opinions about general things in the show, and it will contain spoilers, so if you haven't watched the show, I advise you to watch the show first before you continue with the rest of the review. One of the things I enjoyed about the show is the character development of its characters, especially the main leads. So we have seen Jae Wook going from careless, weak magician who was refused by all families to train him to a powerful magician who has mastered all the techniques, and I like that the show got to show us how that development has occurred over time, from training extensively to master Tansu, which he used to defeat Gulju and the Crown Prince, to catching the golden fish with Master Lee and reaching Jisoo, which he used to make rain out of the wind and fog that was caused by the ice stone, sacrificing all of his powers to save people who were surrounded by the ice stone, in addition to all the skills that he picked up during the 10 golden toads bet. I also enjoyed the development of Naksu's character, who used to be a cold, heartless assassin, to more open character, accepting to make friendships with other people after she shifted her soul to Modyok's body, and even finally giving up the chance to regain all her powers with the Ice Stone and choosing to stay besides Jae Wook. One of the points that disappointed me is that with all the great development of the character of the Crown Prince and how his relation with Jung Wook developed from hatred to trust and alliance, only to destroy all of that and doubt Jung Wook's attention at the end of the season. And I understand that the writers made that so they could give a reason for Jinmu to stay after his obvious betrayal even in front of the king himself, so they could have a reason to make a second season of the show, but still they could have done it in other ways than destroying a great character such as the Crown Prince one. But despite that, all other characters had great development, and I like that they focused on the development even of the secondary characters. Another point that disappointed me is the lack of details of some of the powerful characters that the show has promoted a lot. One example is the character of Jung, who is the Gwonju of Chumbugwan and one of the most powerful characters, yet we haven't seen a lot about him in the show, and at the end of the show they show us him in a miserable state claiming that he reached there because of his past faults, and he only shows up to do what Master Lee asked him to do in his message. I mean, how did he even know that Master Lee has left him a message in the first place? And the only purpose he serves at the end is to stop the soul ejector that was caused by the already dead Shaman Choi, only to die without telling us what he was up to all this period and how did he reach to this state, and without even introducing himself properly to Jung Wook. Another example is Shaman Choi, who is the real Danju of the secret group and supposedly the main evil and the one who controls the Ice Stone and creates soul ejectors out of it after soul shifting to the body of the queen, yet she died easily with a single hit from Park Jin without showing any resistance, which was disappointing for me because I expected a big battle at the end. Something also I was looking forward in the first season is to know more about Jin Bo-yoon, the powerful priestess and the real owner of Modyok's body, and why she allowed Naksu to take over her body, but I guess that would be for the second season. Overall, the show was very entertaining and I enjoyed all of its episodes, and my final rating for the first season of Alchemy of Souls is 8 out of 10. I am excited for the second season of the show and I hope that it will live up to our expectations. Thank you for watching this review and I will meet you in another video. Have a great day.